Good evening. It's time to take problems based on types of function, and here we will check whether the function is 1 1 on 2 or not. Before I proceed, let me revise few things. That what is 1 1 function? We have already discussed this topic, but for 1 1 function, always assume that f of x1 and f of x2 are equal and solve it. And if you are getting x1 and x2 are equal, then we will say that the function is 1 1. Suppose you have assumed f of x1 and f of x2 are same, and after solving you are getting this x1 and x2 are not equal, then the function will not be 1 1. And for onto, always assume y is equal to fx, and you have to show that when this function is defined from set A to B, it means you have to show that all the elements in set B have pre-image in set A, or you can say that there is no element in set B which has no pre-image in set A, or there should not be any element in B which is left unassociated with element of set A. So this is the concept behind this proving. In this series, take first problem where show that a function from R to R, here this R is set A and this R is set B, defined by fx is equal to sin x, is neither 1 1 nor onto. So for 1 1 function, let x1 and x2 belongs to R. Remember, this x1 and x2 are two different elements, and these elements always belongs to set A. Here set A is R, and these x1 x2 are such that f of x1 and f of x2 are equal. This is a rule. Always we will assume that f of x1 and f of x2 are equal, whereas x1 and x2 are two different elements in set A. So when these f of x1 and f of x2 are equal, so in place of x we can replace x1. So this f of x1 will be sin x1 and this will be sin x2. But don't repeat your mistake, because some students may write this x1 and x2 are equal, because I think you forget that this is a cyclic function. So now we are assuming two different values of x arbitrary. Take one value 0 and take one value pi, and we know that when this x1 is 0, sin 0 is 0, whereas sin pi is also 0. It means here these x1 and x2 are different, but their values means f of x1 and f of x2 both are equal. So this is the reverse condition, that when f of x1 and f of x2 are same but x1 and x2 are different, function is not 1 1. Function is not 1 1. Okay. So here f of x1, f of x2 are same, but x1 and x2 are different, so function is not 1 1. For onto function, always assume y is an element from set B. So y belongs to R, be any element such that y is fx, because y is always equal to fx, but fx is sin x. So this y is equal to sin x. What does it means? It means we have to prove this function is not a onto function. It means we have to prove that at least show there is a single element in B which has no pre-image in A. So if we are showing that there is a single value of y for which there is not a x in set A. So you can see that the maximum value of sine function is 1. So if I am writing sine x is equal to 2, so we are taking a value 2 in set B because y belongs to set B. So when the sine x is equal to 2, we already know there is no value of x for which sine x is equal to 2. It means when y is 2, there is no x which belongs to R. R means real number. Or we can say that if there are two sets A and B, this set is real number, this set is also real number. So there is a 2 which has no pre-image in set A. So that's why I am saying when y is 2, there is no x which belongs to R, means set in set A. And in this way we can say this function is not onto. So hence this function is neither 1 nor onto function. Now coming to the next problem, let A is equal to R except 3, means this is a set A where the elements are all real number except 3, and set B is also belongs to real number but except 1, and let f is a function from A to B, means a function is defined from set A to B, and here set A is all real number except 3 and set B is all real number except 1, be defined by fx is equal to x minus 2 upon x minus 3. This function is defined. This is a symbol of for all x belongs to A, means this function is fx. So that's why for all values of x which is in set A, this function is defined. Why I am saying? Because you can see here when we put x is equal to 3, there is no value of fx, means fx is undefined when x is equal to 3. So that's why it is written that set A is all real number except 3. So now we have to show that this function is bijective, that f is bijective. Bijective means 1 and onto. So separately we have to show. And also you have to find x if f inverse x is equal to 4. For this we have to calculate f inverse. And second point, what will be the value of f inverse 7? So means first step is to prove that this function is bijective. Second step, we will find inverse, and then we will take this first part and second part. So now for bijective, first show this function is 1. So we already know that for 1 function, always assume two elements x1 and x2, and these elements must belong to set A because this function is defined from set A to B. So x1 and x2 are always from set A or from domain. So let x1 x2 belongs to A, B, any two elements, and how these elements are such that f of x1 and f of x2 are equal. So when this is f of x1, so we will replace x by x1. So everywhere in place of x we will write x1. So f of x1 will be x1 minus 2 upon x1 minus 3. Similarly, f of x2 we will write x2 minus 2 upon x2 minus 3. Cross multiply it and you will see few terms like x1 x2 will be cancelled, as well as 6 and 6 is cancelled. So the remaining part is 3x2 minus 2x2 is equal to this 3x1 is transferred to right hand side, and this 2x1 is already here. So finally we are getting x1 is equal to x2. So this is the basic definition of 1 function, that when f of x1 and f of x2 are equal, and after solving we are proving that x1 and x2 are equal, it means function is 1. Now for onto, technique is different, and for onto, always assume that y, there is a y which belongs to set B, because y is a part of range. So there is a y which belongs to set B. How it belongs? Such that y is equal to fx, because function is always equal to y. So when y is equal to fx and the value of fx is x minus 2 upon x minus 3, and from here you try to write the value of x in terms of y. Please note, here the value of y is written in terms of x, but after this we are writing the value of x in terms of y. So this is a rule. So cross multiply it. This is yx minus 3y is equal to x minus 2. Transfer all x to one side. So when this x is here, x is common, we will get y minus 1, and this y 3y is here, and finally x will be 3y minus 2 upon y minus 1. Now this step is very important to prove why this function is onto. You must remember, for onto function the range must be equal to set B. Remember, means when the range of function is equal to set B, then the function is onto. And what is range? Range is actually y. So if we are proving that y is equal to set B, then it is sufficient to say that this function is onto. Now here this x is 3y minus 2 upon y minus 1. So if I am asking you what will be the value of y, so you may say that the value of y should not be equal to 1, because when this y is 1, this x is undefined. So means we will say for every y belongs to B, it means y belongs to all real number except 1, or we can say y belongs to all real number except 1. It means here the value of y must be equal to set B, means we can put any value of y here except 1. It means we are saying for every y which belongs to set B, we have x belongs to A. Means when we are taking all the values of y from set B, always we will get a particular value of x, and this x is actually from set A. So it means this y, this range is equal to set B, hence this function is onto. So here this function is 1 1 as well as onto. So we will say that this is a bijection and hence invertible. So when it is invertible, next step, how to find out inverse of this function. So when this function is invertible, there will be a function which will be f inverse, and this function will be defined from set B to A, because we know that when a function is defined from set A to B, and if it is a bijective function, then there exists a function f inverse and it will be defined from B to A. So here f inverse is a function from B to A, and what will be f inverse? That will be f inverse x. But why I have written f inverse y? Because you must remember we have calculated that x is equal to 2 minus 3y upon 1 minus y. This we have already calculated. Now we know that when function is y is equal to fx, we can write that x is equal to f inverse y. So in place of x we can write f inverse y. So this is f inverse y, and which is equal to 2 minus 3y upon 1 minus y. Now there is one more rule. Here the variable is y, that's why this is y. So we can also change this y by x, so this will become x. So we can say that this f inverse x is equal to 2 minus 3x upon 1 minus y. So this is f inverse. And second point is find x such that f inverse x is 4. This is the second part of this question. we have to find x such that f inverse x is 4. Now f inverse x is already calculated, so put the value of f inverse x and it is equal to 4. So finally you will get x is equal to 2. So when x is 2, f of f inverse x will be 4. And one more point here, what is f inverse 7? So for f inverse 7, replace x by 7. So put here 7. So everywhere in place of x we will write 7. So f inverse 7 will be 19 by 6. I hope it is clear. Now come to the next problem. Show that this function f from q except 3, this is dash, means this function is defined from a set q but 3 should not include. So this is set A and this is set B. So this function is defined from q except 3 to q, and it is defined by 2x plus 3 upon x minus 3, is not bijection, means this function is neither 1 1 nor onto. So for 1 1 function, take two different elements x1 and x2, and these elements must belong to set A. Here set A is q except 3, so that's why I have written such that f of x1 and f of x2 are equal. So this f of x1 will be 2x1 plus 3 upon x1 minus 3. Only x will change by x1, and similarly it will be changed by x2. Now cross multiply it, few terms will cancel, and finally you will get x1 is equal to x2. So hence this f of x1 and f of x2 are equal, and finally we are getting x1 and x2 are equal. It means this function f is 1 1. Now for onto, assume this y belongs to q, because this q is actually set B, and this y belongs to q, be any element such that y is equal to fx, and the value of fx is 2x plus 3 upon x minus 3, and it should be equal to y. Now here y is in terms of x, so next we will write x in terms of y. So cross multiply it, transfer this x to this side, so we will get this x is equal to minus 3y whole upon 2 minus y. Now again here we have to prove that this y belongs to set B, means this y must belongs to set Q, then x will belongs to set A, right? So you can see from here the value of x is always possible except when y is 2, because when y is 2, x is undefined. So we will say all y is possible except 2, but for onto we have to show that all the elements in set B must have pre-image in set A, and if there is a single element here which has no pre-image, then the function is not onto. So here we are planning to take a random element from set B or a random value of y for which there is no x in set A. So now you can see clearly when y is 2 and this 2 is from set B, whereas set B is q, which is a rational number. So when y is 2 or 2 belongs to q, we have x does not belongs to set A, because for every element there must be a pre-image, means for every element there must be a x in set A, but here there is an element 2 which has no x in set A. It means this element is left in set B. It means this function is not onto. So that's why I am saying for y equal to 2 which belongs to set B, means set Q, we have x does not belongs to set Q. Actually this is set A. It means f is not onto. So hence f is not a bijection. So in this series, take this last problem and consider f is a function from r plus to minus 5 to infinity. This is closed interval, means this function is defined for all positive real values. I am not saying for all real numbers. This function is defined for all positive real values, and this set b is from minus 5 to infinity, and this function is given by 9x square plus 6x minus 5. This is a polynomial function, but it is given that we can put only positive real values in place of x, and the y which we will get will be from minus 5 to infinity. So this function is 9x square plus 6x minus 5. You have to show this function is invertible with f inverse y is equal to square roots y plus 6 minus 1 upon 3. Means we have to show this function is a bijection. So for this, prove it is 1 1 and assume that there are two element x1 and x2 which belongs to set A. Set A means r plus positive real number, such that f of x1 and f of x2 are equal, because there is a rule. This is a primary step of proving that the function is 1 1 or not. So when f of x1 and f of x2 are equal, so we will replace this x by x1 and by x2. So both are equal. So this 5 and 5 cancel. Transfer both element to left hand side and take 9 as a common. It will be x1 square minus x2 square, plus take 6 common, x1 minus x2, and it is equal to 0. Apply a square minus b square, a minus b, a plus b, and this is 6 x1 minus x2. This x1 minus x2 is common, take it out, apply a bracket. This will be 9 x1 plus x2, so it will be 9 x1 plus 9 x2, and this plus 6 is here. Take 3 also common, so you will get 3 x1 plus 3 x2 plus 2, and take 3 common, this is same. Now when the product of two number is 0, either first is 0 or second is 0. So now focus here, this is addition, 3 times x1 plus x2 plus 2. Now it is given that this x1 and x2 is r plus, means these numbers are positive. It means sum of all positive numbers can never be 0. So that's why I have written this 3x1 plus x2 plus 2 should not be equal to 0. It means this x1 minus x2 is 0. So when this is 0, x1 is equal to x2. Hence we have proved that when f of x1 and f of x2 are equal, and finally we are getting that x1 and x2 are equal, it means this function is 1 1. Now second step is for onto, and for onto let y is an element which belongs to set B, because here set B is from minus 5 to infinity. Be any element such that y is equal to fx, but x is 9x square plus 6x minus 5, it should be equal to y. Now here do one thing, transfer this y to left hand side, so this will become minus 5 minus y. I have taken minus common, it will become minus 5 plus y. I hope it is clear. This y is transferred to left hand side and minus is being taken common. So this is 9x square plus 6x minus 5 plus y is equal to 0. Remember this is bracket. Now apply Sri Dharacharya formula or quadratic formula. Here a is 9, b is 6 and c is minus 5 plus y. So x is equal to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4 into a, which is 9, into c. So c will be negative of 5 plus 5, so that's why I have written in bracket. So this is multiplication actually. Now see, this is same, plus minus 6 square 36. Actually minus 6 square is 36, and see here minus into minus is plus, 9 into 4 36, and 5 plus y is in bracket. So this minus and minus become plus. Now when this 36 is common, it will become out of square root, so it will become 6. Now here it is 1 and this 36 is out, so it will become 5 plus y. Now take 6 as a common, so when this 6 is common, so 6 into 3, 18, so denominator will become 3 and this 6 is outside and it is cancelled. That's why it is minus 1 plus minus root y plus 6 upon 3. Now please note, there are two values of x here. See, minus 1 minus y plus 6 upon 3 and minus 1 plus root y plus 6 upon 3. So we have two values of x. Now what is the value of y? We have assumed that the y is from set B, which is closed interval minus 5 to infinity. It means we have to show that for each y which belongs to this set, there is a x in set A. So when this y is from minus 5 to infinity, or we can say when we put y is equal to minus 5 here, why I am ignoring this term? Because this term is negative. So x is actually positive real number. It is given x belongs to positive real number r plus. So that's why we will take only this value and we will focus on it. When we will take y is equal to minus 5, we will get 0. It means this x is real when y is minus 5. If we are taking a value less than minus 5, say minus 4, or so what will happen? So when this y is minus 4, again it is defined. So this for this y we have this which always belongs to a real number, or you may say if we are taking a lesser value, say minus 4, so we will get 6 minus 4, which is 2, and root 2 is 1.7321. So we will get positive value. So when this y is from minus 5 to infinity, we will get positive real value. So f is onto. So this function is 1 as well as onto. Thus it is a bijection and hence it is invertible. And this x is actually f inverse y, and this f inverse y is y plus 6 minus 1 upon 3, and hence it is proved. So my next lecture will be based on composition of function, and after that we will take binary operation. Thank you so much.